Hello, this is me, Aziza again. Today I'm in the library, McIntyre Library in University of Wisconsin Eau Claire. Here we have got Jenna van de Zande, and she works as a user services and communication at the library. Thank you so much for agreeing with about our interview.
Of course.
So, can you talk about the library first of all, generally about this library?
Yeah. So our library is the only library on campus, but we are set up to support all majors of students wherever they are in their process of learning. So we try to incorporate a lot of different spaces that folks can go. So we're usually set up by sound. So down here on the first floor, you can talk, you can take a phone call, shoot a video.
Yeah.
And then as you go up into the library, it gets quieter and quieter. And our fifth floors are made for silent study for folks who need that environment. We also have study room spaces that folks can use. So either if you need a tech-free space to focus, or you need additional technology like computers, recording equipment, that kind of a thing, we also have spaces for that. But we've got a pretty broad collection of books and online materials, audiobooks, ebooks, and anything that any of our scholars are looking for as they're doing undergraduate or graduate research. We also have a pretty robust special collections and archives. So folks who are looking to do history research, you don't have to be a history major to access those as well, which is pretty unique to us. But we try to incorporate both learning environments, but also environments for fun and exploration. So we have our lower level space as well that has our digital studio with a photo and video studio, editing computers, a whole virtual reality lab, as well as the Blue Gold Maker space, which is where folks, any major, can come and use stuff like 3D printers or sewing machines, craft supplies, to either use for class or their own personal exploration as well, or as a way to relax. So we try to, here at the library, we really care about supporting the student as a whole person, both in their academics, but also just as in their personal life, because we know that folks are coming here to grow.
Yeah. And what do you think about how like students borrow the books, both online and physical books? Like,
Yeah, we see a lot of people still using print. I know that, that may be a hot debate, but we have both books to read for fun and books to read for school. So if you're looking for something like a graphic novel or a picture book to take, especially if you're an elementary education major or something like that, we've got those books available, but also over 500,000 different books to use for research as well in our main stacks. So pretty robust collection, but we do see a pretty fair use of both our online and print materials yet.
I also saw like on your online like how to say library, and there are so many like books that you can also borrow and or you can download, right?
Yeah.
And can you talk about like online library? What kind of digital things, opportunities do students and teachers have in order to improve?
Sure. So we have a pretty robust collection of online materials as well. So you can get a book in print, but you can also get it as an ebook, which is often a searchable PDF or one that you can use on an e-reader, especially if you have some kind of disability that you need it read to you or you need font to be larger. So that's really cool and accessible. We often do have many of the titles as ebooks as well, like audiobooks too. So you can have it read to you as you're reading, if that's helpful with recognition. But we do have a pretty large collection of documentaries and films for class as well. So you can use those too. And all of those are primary sources in many cases or secondary sources that are perfect to use for these research purposes. Sometimes they're documentaries you can't get anywhere else. So, but we also have access to movies for fun as well. So the TV10 on campus does a collection of like movies that have come out within the last 10 years. So if you're looking for a film for fun too, yeah, right, and they're ready to stream.
Great, yes.
Yeah. So a lot of different opportunities. We partner with the Overdrive platform as an app called Libby, and that's how you can get audiobooks and ebooks, but also digital magazines and newspapers as well. So I mean, sky's the limit.
And what do you think about researchers? Like, how can they like do their scientific research here, and what kind of like how to say platforms are free for them, or I don't know, like how you support them?
Yeah, so we do subscribe to dozens and dozens of databases, popular ones like EBSCO, JSTOR, ones that a lot of folks have used during their research, but also some unique to us, so different nursing platforms, a few different business statistic databases, and we also have the whole interlibrary loan system. So if there's an article or a book that you can't get to for whatever reason through the UW system, you can get it from any library around the country or around the world, and that's all free for any student in their learning process, from undergrad all through, pre-doctoral for some of our pre-med students. And our interlibrary loan folks are some of the fastest in the state. So if you need an article, we will get it to you. And that's a really great resource that I don't know if a lot of people know about that. So we're definitely trying to get the word out on that as well.
And do like this system work in the like summer vacations as well, or it just works throughout the academic year only?
Nope. We're open year round, so we have limited hours in the summer. We're open weekdays 9 to 4, but we're a year-round library. So if students are looking for assistance, whether they're in classes or out of class or doing personal research, we're here for them. So our alumni, our community members, emeriti, we love just talking with anybody who's looking for information to learn. So, no question is a stupid question at a library.
Nowadays, people like, I don't know, like it's a trend is that people like reading books less than before. Like, it was before it was different, right? And what can you recommend for learners, like, or also Uzbek learners, like how they can be like a good reader of books, like how they can get motivation?
Yeah. So we did see, obviously during COVID, print materials were harder to get. So we saw kind of a rise in access to our online materials, as many places did. But I have seen a lot more people coming back into reading for fun as a pastime, which is really great. We do have a program called the McIntyre Matchbook, and that is for anybody to submit to. But it's a couple of our real life librarians, not bots. So if you send a book or movie or TV show that you really enjoy, they'll send you recommendations for other books or movies or TV shows that you might like, either new or maybe some older, but along that theme. So if you're like, I really like books with a strong female lead, they'll get specific. So I usually recommend folks to that because I use that myself to find books to read. And it's kind of interesting to tell someone else what you're into and then have them give you back suggestions, because sometimes they find you stuff you never would have even thought to look at before. As we all do, we kind of do judge a book by its cover sometimes.
Thank you so much. It was very interesting interview with you.
Thanks so much for talking with me.